helping kids navigate grief and loss. Hi, and welcome back to my channel, Divinely Tiffany. Today, I want to talk about a topic that pertains to children and how to help children navigate grief and loss. Those of you that are new to my channel, I'll just share a brief story in regards to this topic and why this topic is one of those topics that I felt necessary to talk about. In 2022, I lost both my mother and my sister. And my sister had a child who was about 5 at the time. And so myself and my husband had decided to take her in and raise her. And so it was a bit of a challenging time, with both of us experiencing two losses, and on top of her being so young and being, a young child and not really ever, been in a situation where she had to experience the loss of a parent. So, it was a challenging time for us, and I felt that this topic was necessary to talk about because there may be some of you out there who may have experienced a similar situation. And so that is why I deemed it necessary to speak on this topic. One of the key factors that I learned through this journey in helping my niece navigate through the loss of her mother is just being present and being there as much as I could during her grievance, and just letting her know that any of her emotions that she felt at any given time was okay for her to feel, and that there was no rush to get to a place of healing, but just to allow herself to feel whatever emotions she may have felt at any given moment. One of the key things that we must acknowledge when we're trying to assist a child who is grieving is just having open and honest communication. Talk to them and be honest. Emphasize the importance of being truthful while considering the age of the child and understanding their level of knowledge. Consider giving kid-friendly explanations. Share strategies for explaining loss in simplest, age-appropriate language. The day after my sister passed away, I remember, my niece and I were sitting in bed or lying in bed. It was probably the morning after. We had already told her the night before that her mother was no longer going to be with us. And so that morning, she asked more questions about the situation, and I don't think reality had fully set in, and that was okay and to be expected that reality hadn't fully set in with her. We all were trying to process what we had experienced, but she was asking more questions about what happened, and just trying to grasp and understand the situation. And I felt that I could do nothing more but to just be present for her and just do my best to explain in the best way that I could to help her understand what had happened. Try to avoid overwhelming with so many details. Providing children with too many details can be overwhelming. It can be overloading, especially if the child is not of the maturity age to fully grasp or understand what they're experiencing. Be open and attentive when children have questions, and provide calm, reassurance responses to their questions. Be an active and open listener. Always take their feelings into consideration, and always be open to listen to what they have to say. Never shun or push them away for whatever emotions or feelings that they may have in regards to what they have experienced. By listening and showing your presence in the moment helps the child understand that their feelings are valid. Other things you may want to take into consideration is wait for them to ask you questions. They'll come with them. So just wait. Wait for them to ask you questions, and don't try to give them information that they honestly didn't ask for. Just wait, because they will ask. Show love and be emotionally available. Express your love constantly. Reinforce the message that they are loved and that they are not alone. Don't hide your own emotions. Allow them to see your emotions in regards to the situation. This helps them normalize the situation and helps them understand that their emotions are okay too. Be the example that you want them to be. The first week after my sister had passed away, and we were all trying to get back into somewhat of a routine, I remember giving my niece a bath, and after getting her out of the bathtub, she was just crying, just constantly crying for no reason that I could, understand. And so the best thing that I felt I could do for her in that moment is just hold her and give her a hug. And it just winded up turning into one of those situations where we just started crying together. And in that moment, I knew that she was hurting. She was hurting in regards to what she had experienced. And she didn't really know how to communicate that to me, but something gave me a good sense that she was just hurting. And so we just shared in our emotional feelings together that day. Encourage healthy expressions. Support in any emotional outlets, like activities such as drawing, writing, storytelling, as ways for children to express their feelings. One of the activities I had my niece to sit down and do is I gave her a journal, just a blank kind of like canvas journal. And I had her to sit down and just write out a note to her mother, just expressing, whatever she felt she didn't have the opportunity or time to express while her mother was here. She wasn't, legible in her writing or didn't really, understand the whole idea of writing just yet because she was still very young. But I just asked her to just write it out, draw it out, however she felt necessary to get it out, just to give her that opportunity to release any pent up emotions that she had. Create a safe space. This helps children know that they can come to you anytime they need support. Understand that good and bad days will come. Acknowledge the ups and downs. Keep in mind, it's normal to have good and bad days. Be patient and consistent. Note that there will be times where the emotions, they will shift. Like I spoke about earlier in the video, there were times where my niece had more of those episodes where she just cried for no reason that we could understand. But intuitively, I could understand it. I could understand that she just could not express herself like an adult could or somebody who was of mature age. And so those times where she cried, they happened pretty often for quite some time. And I tried to understand by asking, what was going on, but she really didn't have much to say in regards to what she was feeling. So for me, I just found that the best thing that I could do to help her get through it is just give her a hug. Just give her a hug, or at times just probably just, once she got to a place and point where she kind of calmed down, just distract her, with something different just to kind of help her process, her emotions. A few key points to take into consideration. Keep open communication. Always speak on age-appropriate communication. Honesty, emotional availability, support expressions, and acknowledge ups and downs. With love and understanding, children can learn to navigate their grief. Please be patient and compassionate. I invite you to ask any questions. Share your experiences in the comments section. Let's help build this supportive community with like-minded individuals like yourself. If you like this content, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.